Well, welcome to the Friday night hangout. We do this every Monday and Friday at 7 o'clock Central. We run it till 9 o'clock. And if you're a member and a, a member of Stunt Hangar and a current supporter, you'll be able to see the link so that you can come in and join us. Please have your camera and microphone on and use your real name so we know who the heck you are. All right, I am going to post the link in Stunt Hangar. It's on the At the Bench forum. We're a little early, like 2 minutes early. Post. There you go. It's on the Stunt Hangar forum. I happen to be, as some of you know, I'm getting ready to do my new program for the year using the 32F. Well, I was researching across the internet and I ran into a little story here, and I'll add to it, but and I've said it before, and people said I was crazy when I said there was three of these, but there was, and I saw all three. And this story is by Tom Lay. It's Tom Warden Revisited, and this is from Tom Lay about Tom Warden. I first met Tom Warden at the Salt Lake Park, Bell, California in 1963. The airplanes that he flew were meticulously built and very well painted and shiny. They were all of the classic designs resembling the Strathmore and the Aries. We flew together almost every Sunday until I started flying combat in 64. In 68, I got reinterested in stunt and I built a Sterling Skylark. I then met Bob Whiteley while flying at the Mattel Toy Company in El Segundo, California. The following weekend, Bob took me to the Whittier Narrows flying site. That's where I flew. I reunited with Tom there. For the next 30 years, they both were my mentors, and both were amazingly talented, but the exact opposites in building standards. Hence my mentor confusion and what was required to build a presentable stunt ship. Bob Whiteley, who built and flew a SIG Chipmunk in 3 days, and that's documented, and his theory was always have an airplane that can outfly your ability. And Tom Warden usually spent 800 to 1,000 hours building and painting a stunt ship and would spend 2 to 3 weeks sitting in front of a light bulb hollowing out a paper-thin balsa top block or cowl. Tom was a very likable person who sincerely enjoyed helping others with their model airplane and motor questions. He was extremely knowledgeable in both, and he taught me about McCoy 40 motors. He also had many backgrounds like most people, that most people are unaware of, such as biker, bouncer in a beer bar in Watts, custom cars, scale, highly detailed slot cars, and much more. Tom competed in many local contests and won most of them, and had no interest in going to the Nationals. In 1971 or 72, Warden built a Bart Kaplinski Tempest and went to the Nats. For some reason, he only flew 5 inverted laps and still ended up third place. And if he'd done 6 laps, he would have received his pattern points and would have won the Nats. After that, he lost interest in stunt for a while and decided to become a bodybuilder and compete for the Mr. America title. Any of you who saw him as a volunteer judge at the 77 Nats, bulging out of his tester's t-shirt, would know he was very muscular at that point in time. In 85, he married Yolanda, and they had a beautiful daughter named Debbie. Tom said that Yolanda was the best thing that ever happened to his life. Sadly, Tom passed away at 56 in 1997. And by the way, 97 is when I had last talked to him. He is missed by many, but his legend lives on. Tom would be very proud of that both his Continental and Trophy Trainer are now available as kits from several kit suppliers. I don't know anybody who's offering a Continental kit, but you can build it just as easy from plans. Warden built multicolored, Warden's multicolored kitchen ceiling. Let's see, if you heard the stories about Tom Warden's kitchen ceiling having blue, yellow, green, red, and white spots splattered on it, those are true stories. Warden lived in a very small one-bedroom apartment built above a two-car garage in Compton, California, near the Watts border. Tom was sponsored by Pactra and Aerogloss. As I've told you, he was our Pactra representative, and worked with a chemist trying to develop lightweight paint jobs. So Warden would get a large pot of boiling water, and I've mentioned this, but don't do it, on his stove and pour his paint into aluminum spray gun paint reservoir and set the reservoir into boiling water. It's called double boiling. That was a technique done by furniture finishers in the 30s. Set the reservoir into the boiling water and spray the dope on the airplane hot. His theory was that the dope would hit the airplane hot, it wouldn't penetrate, and would dry on impact. But occasionally the heated dope let off fumes, which were sometimes ignited by open flame. It's called a flashover. And he says, "Don't try this." I was just verifying Tom's ceiling of many colors. Now, I've mentioned this several times. Nobody believed me, but I found it here in print. Warden's first blue Monado, it was sold to our flying buddy George Phillips, who was a bass guitarist and clarinet and sax player for Bo Diddley and Elvis Presley. George's wife accidentally closed the garage door on it. At least she said it was an accident. Warden built a green and a purple Monados at the same time. He had 1,000 hours of labor in each Monado. He sold the green one to Bill Bradford in Northern California, and it was eventually crashed. Tom Lay, this was back when he was alive, still has a surviving purple Monado and displays it at his home, and it's 7 shades of purple with metal flake and gold in trim. Warden wanted the pilot to look hungover, so he made a paintbrush with one hair and painted blood red vessels in the whites of his eyes. As you can see them through the canopy. Today, the Monado is center stage in Tom Lay's memorabilia, which included the J.C. Madman Yates autographed Madman and his Bill Warridge autographed 010 Aries, which he wears on his stunt hat. Note that the Monado fuselage is a 1/2 inch, which is the exact same as the Continental on the wall, is a 1/2 inch wide at the leading edge of the fuselage. Warden's Watermelon was a modified Nobler, and he was the only one ever to fly a perfect pattern flight score, even though we all know it shouldn't be possible. And that was at the 69 Southwest Regionals in Buckeye, Arizona. Bob Whiteley, Gordon Delaney powdered a month for a month or so. So we got to ask Gordon when he comes on if he knows about this, which I know he does. Tom's Continental was on the model airplane news in March of 71, several years after it was built. So here it's proving that this was built pre-16, it was 69. The Continental is the same design as the Monados, but it had a D2 wing for easier construction. The Continental and the Monado are identical areas and specs. The Monado was on the cover of Model Airplane News in August of 69. Warden copied acrobatic pilot Art Scholl's paint scheme from Arch Chipmunk onto the Trophy Trainer and the Continental. I think he meant the Continental, not the, but I don't know. I have the 71 magazine. Tom Warden built his profile trophy trainer for a 1970 USC movie, which Tom Lay starred in. Lay was JD, the president of a model airplane club, and the movie was titled Flight Streak. Warden built and painted the trophy trainer exactly the same as the Continental because he wouldn't loan the Continental for any flying scenes in the movie. Tom Warden's Bart Kaplinski designed Tempest, which Tom flew at the 71 or 72 Nats. McCoy 40 engines with the head fin shaved off to clear the very streamlined cowls powered all of the above airplanes. Warden ran the McCoy so slow they actually 8-cycled at the bottom of round maneuvers. In the early 70s, when Warden and myself were very dedicated to the hobby, we would meet at Whittier Narrows at flying site at 6 a.m. I remember this. I ain't standing out there at 6 a.m. though. Let me change. Okay. Or he would light a fire in the metal trash can and warm up until the sun arrived. Then they would start flying. We flew until dark and rolled our lines in. This was usually every Saturday and Sunday. 1990, Tom decided to build two 60-size Futuras if he could regain his building and detailing skills. Now these are the ones that I built back in the 70s. Futura in 72, back when Whittier Narrows was still called Gopher Gulch, because he knocked the landing gear off the ones that I did. Now, I built them, I framed them up, but Tom finished them. I mean, that was all Tom finishing. The Gopher Gulch, because there's still grass. On this very first flight, while the landing hit a gopher hole, which ripped the landing gear out of the wing, and he lost the interest in the Futura. And if you knew Tom, you'd understand. Tom Warden's last airplane he built was a 60-size PT-19 that was absolutely beautiful. He spent over 200 hours in the cockpit detailing alone. Warden died before finishing the ship or flying it. Tom Lay finished the airplane and sold it to Gordon Delaney to raise money for Yolanda Warden. Gordon was Warden's buddy. Now we got to ask Gordy about the arm wrestling story. I think the PT-19 is still on display in Gordon and Sandy's entry into their home. Sometime ask me to explain the dual muffler pressure fittings to the fuel tank. And this is a final example of Warden's sense of humor. I hope the article brings as much joy and as many fond memories as it brought me preparing it. And that's from Tom Lay. So what I'm going to do for my new engine is I'm going to build a Monado, which is a Continental with an I-beam wing. Now I built the Monado, it was a Monado XL bigger. We're going to build a classic size Monado, just like the Continental I have hanging up there, which that's an exact copy of Warden's Continental. But we're going to build that, and I like the green one myself. I really like Tom's green one. It was metallic green and gold leaf letters and red trim, and it was cool. But we're going to do that, and we're going to do it with my pipe design. There's nothing that says I can't change power plant and a little configuration. So starting next week, look for that. Well, actually, I'll be at the Nats starting after the Nats. We might go over to the lumberyard. I'll take you on a trip over to the lumberyard where I get my spar material next week. But after the Nats, it'll be an hour a day, every day until the thing is done. That's all I got. Good evening, Gary.
Good evening.
I hope you guys enjoyed the story of my friend Tom Warden.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's see. We got any chatter?
Memories.
And we got a chat. That's from Lynn Ross. Looking forward to seeing your trailer at the Nets. I have my trailer set up only to haul my scale models, not set up for sleeping. Well, I'll be over in the primitive camping. I'm not going over to the RC field, so you can see it there because I'll have my generator and all that stuff, and I got the TV for it, so we're
Hmm.
good to go. I got to get that in. I got to go. I've got to install this lock on the back door, this sliding bolt, so nobody can get in it. And I'm gonna go to Lowe's and buy a couple of fence pickets and build a box for the TV to sit on the back door. And yeah, I could hang it, but the problem is with all that jostling going around back there, I don't want to flip off the mount and fly inside. So I'm going to build a contained box around the outside perimeter, and it'll have a little 1 inch edge all the way around to hold it on the back door. So I got to do that next week. Things have been busy, and I do apologize for not getting any videos out, but we're going to start cranking them out again after the Nets. So don't give up on me.
You need a little break. That's kind of nice, you know. Just
Yeah, just so much going on.
uh,
I mean, the trailer took 2 months of my life to do. You wouldn't think it would take that much just to take the walls down and put in some insulation and a little wiring, the ceiling and floor. No problem. No, it took a
that's,
lot.
that, that's right.
I got zero help.
Yeah.
The only help I got was Steve gave me a ride over to Home Depot to pick up the insulation and the cedar ceiling slats. That's it.
Yeah, it's always that way, you know. You can build it quickly in your head or 15 minutes and have it done, but when you start actually working on it, then it's a whole other story.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to stop watching YouTube.
Oh,
They did it in an hour.
yeah. It'll get you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Get to watching pretty soon. Oh my gosh, it's an hour long. Yeah. Yeah.
they built their trailer in an hour, and it took me 2 months. Oh, I put in the doors
Yeah.
and windows and stuff, and the top, the vent. Here comes Mike.
Here comes Mike. Yep.
Hey, Mike,
What's up, guys?
you got the same shirt on as me. What's your pocket say there?
This one is 22.
Is it this one
Throwback.
here?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. I think it's the only pocket one they ever did.
Yeah, I don't remember having any other ones. Well, I got out and flew every day this week. Even went back 2 nights and went back in the evening. So I had a couple of days where I flew morning and afternoon with the Aurora. Got her pretty dialed in, I think. Just I might have Derek or somebody fly it when I'm in Muncie just to see what they think. But I think I got the handle where I need it, turning equal inside and out, and getting my stunt chops back, remembering the pattern. And actually, I flew some what I think were pretty respectable patterns this morning. Probably the 5 best ones I've flown all week. So, feeling pretty good about nationals, that I won't embarrass myself too bad.
Well, you'll get a fair score from me anyway.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. I'm not worried about it. I don't ever complain about judging, man. It's without judges, we can't have contests and get it done. And judging is someone's opinion of how you fly. So you're not always going to get maybe what you think is the best opinion, you know. But
It's actually not an opinion of how someone's flying. It's only a grade of what mistakes we see, so it's not an opinion.
well, yeah, but ultimately, it's through the eyes of that judge. It's what they see or what they don't see, and either way, man, it's all good. Uh, Sometimes you get more than you thought you should get. Other times you get less than you thought you should get. But I think it all evens out, and the judges generally they get it right at the end of the day. The best flyer at the end of the day is usually the one who wins the contest. I'd say 99.9% of the time, the best flyer there on that day wins the trophy. So,
Unless
I
some strange shit happens like wind, the luck of the draw.
well, yeah, there's win for sure, for sure. But again, it's the best pilot of the day. So whoever flew the best in the wind, in the conditions.
Well,
It's
my season's shot. I don't have any flights at all this year yet. So
well, I didn't have any till 2 weeks ago, so I had a really late start. I was hoping to have my airplane together and have some flights on it before we left for Australia, but it didn't happen until we got back, and I was way behind. But I'm flying stunt to just go relax and have a good time and take a little break from all the competitive combat stuff and all that, and just go turn my brain off and fly stunt for a little while. Sam is going to fly 2 combat events, but I'm just going to dump him off over there with some equipment, and the other guys will take care of him. He'll be all right. So
I'm sure he knows enough what's going on. He'll be okay.
yeah, he'll be fine. He just needs help pitting and stuff like that, but they'll step up. There's guys there that'll step up and help him. So I just want to have a relaxing week and just go have some fun and hang out on the stunt circles. That's it. If I happen to do well, that would be a bonus. I am really happy with that airplane, though. I gotta say, the Aurora flies much better than the Axioma did, and the Axioma was a good airplane. Don't get me wrong; that was a good airplane, and it flew well. But there's just something about this Aurora that I like a little bit better. It goes right where you point it. Doesn't have any bad tendencies, and I mean it'll drive and cut a corner like nobody's business, man. I really like it. I really like it. No appearance points, so that sucks. But that's my own fault for not building an airplane. But like I said, I just want to go fly and have some fun. Oh.
Kind of take a beating on appearance.
Yeah, I know. Well, I look at it as a challenge, Sparky. I'm starting out 15 points down. Let's just say average 15. So I got to make 1 point per maneuver better, and that's what I strive to do. I strive to try to make every maneuver 1 point better. It's in the back of my head when I fly. Trust me, I think about it. I'm like, for every flight, and while I'm flying, I'm like, I'm down. If I want to, finish decently, I better nut up and fly good. And that's what I'll try to do. Oh, I got to make some bladders for Sammy. That's what I'm doing now. It's bladder making time.
How long does the bladder last?
Well, we tend to, we'll test fly with one, 10, 12 flights or something like that. And then they start to get soft. But in a contest, we'll put a new bag in for every match, because you don't want a bladder failure to be the reason you lost a match.
They lose their pressure too after stretching them.
Yeah, they do. They do. And you gotta, if you got them in your airplane, you should always put a towel over your bladder compartment, keep them out of the sun, because that's bad for them too. Don't fill them up till you're on the circle ready for the mat. Like, you wouldn't fill it up in the pits and carry it out there. You don't want the fuel in there for any longer than it absolutely has to be there. That's why we get to the circle and then we bag at the same time. Both pilots will bag at the same time.
What are you guys running for bladder containment? Do you have a plastic tube, a toilet paper tube, balsa? What's a compartment?
All of them, Sparky. So on the store-bought Ukrainian stuff, it's a rolled, like, I don't want to say mylar, but it's a soft plastic tube that they roll and they put caps on the end with glass tape, reinforcing tape.
Right.
And then they tape that to the leading edge of the wing before they cover it. Then if it's a foamy, sometimes you can just cut a compartment in it, run some white glue in it or some epoxy, and then you just put covering over both sides. Maybe reinforce where the hole is, double up the covering there, where your hole is, stiffen that up. Or in foamies, I was using the fluorescent light bulb tube covers, the plastic ones. I think they're 1.75 or whatever. You can cut those into sections, and made little balsa plugs for those and put those in a wing. I've done the toilet paper tube, like in Voodoos and stuff. You can run a toilet paper tube 4.5, not across, because there's no room with the spar, but you can run it 4.5, and you just dope it, or thin some epoxy out. Rocket tubes were real popular, the Estes rocket tube bodies that you could buy. So just about anything that's a cylinder that will contain it. Biggest thing is, and balsa boxes too. I've seen that, a box made of balsa with just covering on the top and the bottom. That'll work. You just gotta, if you're doing anything other than a plastic self-contained tube with caps, you got to fuel proof the hell out of it. Because if you get a bag break in the wing and it's a foamy, it'll eat the wing away. It's gone. It's gone.
I used to run wiffle balls.
Wiffle ball, yeah, that's a thing. On the old Spectrum, I think it came with a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than one way to skin a cat, for sure, man. There's a million ways to do it. I'll be honest, I haven't built any bladder compartments in a long time because I haven't made any foam. I've got half a dozen foamies up there already, and everything we've been flying lately is store-bought Ukraine models. So I haven't made bladder tubes in a while. It's been a little bit.
What do you do? Just wire a plug on the end of that? They got a plug and then a pickup fitting?
Yeah, so you can buy these things called goof plugs
Yeah.
from Lowe's and Home Depot. So these are for sprinkler systems, right? For irrigation systems. They
Really?
look, yeah, they look, and you get them super cheap, man. Like 50 of them is, I don't know, $10 or something. They're super cheap. Might even be 100 of them for $10. I don't remember, but that's what they look like. And then what you do is you cut the nipple end off, right? Because it's closed.
Right.
So I just take it on the bandsaw and I cut the nipple off. That's your end plug, right?
Right.
And it's got a nice barb on the end.
Right.
You stick that in.
Wire it on.
I use zip ties. I use little zip ties because it's fast and quick. And then with the other end, it's a little bit harder. You got to drill a hole in a piece of wood, and you drop these in, and you drill through it all the way, because there is no hole in this when you buy it. This end is solid. This whole plug is solid. Even the nipple is solid because it's not meant for liquid to pass through. It's a plug, right?
Are those the same thing Melvin Shooty sells, only he drills them?
No, he actually has some that are, this is what Melvin Shooty sells, and those are pre-made, right? They already, so this end would go
right
in there, and they already have a barb on them, and they're already drilled. So, but he gets, I think he gets $2 or $3 for 5 of these, and you can get 100 of these for $10 and drill them yourself. So
yeah. Don't take much to drill them.
No. Mm-mm. Well, sometimes they go off center and you catch the side of the barb or whatever. Whatever. They're 3 cents a piece. Who cares? And there's other stuff out there too. YMS Yarrow makes one like this, which is really nice because it's a 90. The barb is a 90.
Yeah.
So that's nice because when you lay your bladder in the tube, this and fuel line is coming out, and sometimes this pokes out of the hole a little bit. But the ones with a 90 on them, they just come straight up out of the bladder compartment. Those are super slick.
These are drip irrigation fittings. You can get them at Lowe's.
Correct. Yes, correct. Hey, Howard, how are
Hi.
you?
Okay. Need any fuel?
What's that?
Need any fuel?
Maybe, depends. I got 8 gallons coming. Well, I got 6 gallons and 2 gallons of methanol coming from Randy Rich. What are you trying to get rid of?
Mary Lou got on an auction site and bought a dozen gallons or so of fuel, some of which is sealed Power Master 17%, and the other stuff looks kind of flaky. And so I'll sell Power Master for $10 a gallon. If you got to come get it.
Oh, I gotta come get it.
Yeah, the other stuff is free, and if it doesn't go away pretty soon, I'll gift it to the local moles.
Yeah. I got a gallon of bad fuel over here that's going to take care of the weeds in my flower beds.
Does that work on weeds?
Yeah, it works on weeds.
It doesn't seem to work on mine. Nothing kills that shit back there.
Well, you gotta light it. You can't put it on just without lighting it.
Oh, I can't light it.
Did you get your problem fixed there, Howard?
I have many problems. I'm a man of many problems, and
Oh.
I don't know which one to.
Your wiring problem. We're cutting out on a fight.
I'm working on that. I think there's a defect in the timer itself, in the Igor timer. So I just ripped out all that wiring and then putting in an old Igor timer, simplifying it. We'll see if that works.
I thought you done solder the board and figure out which piece is wrong with it. What's wrong with it?
I did, and I couldn't. It wasn't obvious. I thought maybe it was a broken trace or something. And I'll look into it more later. But I gotta get something flying. So
They make that stuff that you can paint on as a trace. Have you seen that?
no, I get my boards made by these guys in Portland, and they're just wonderful. But yeah, for fixing Igors, nah. I don't want to take a chance on anything too sporty.
Is your house on solar there?
We got a bunch of solar panels that came with the house.
Do you have an inverter though?
Well, we got the pile of them.
I just was watching this YouTube channel today, Project Farm 101, and he's put in panels and an inverter, and he's got a hydroelectric power plant.
Oh, cool.
Rewinding. He took car alternator and rewound it. Boy, that's a job. So that he could drive 48 volts up the hill instead of 12. Pretty interesting channel.
So you have a waterfall powering this or something? A mill wheel?
He's got a lake, and he's dug a tunnel, and he's got a 10-inch Schedule 30 pipe. I don't know. It looks to be, doesn't say how long it is, but it looks to be 100-foot long, and it drops off into a creek. So he's draining this lake out into a creek, and he's had some engineer design this turbine. So this turbine is inside the pipe, so it's a 10-inch turbine, but this engineer designed this thing. He 3D printed several different designs to test it. The guy's a smart dude, I tell you that. He does all kind of shit. He mills his own lumber. It's all kind of stuff. So it's a farm. I think he's somewhere back east in like Pennsylvania or someplace like that, up in the mountains or plains or whatever. You get wrapped up in them YouTube videos, you're just off in la la land. I've been getting my pipe ready to mold my mandrel, trying to get it polished out.
Hey guys, I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta check in on my combat meeting, okay?
All right.
Say hi.
All right, I will.
I sanded this with too heavy a sandpaper to get started with, and I'm left with a bunch of scratches. So I'm slowly sanding it out with 1200 and 2000, then polishing it on my buffer. But we'll get it. That's the mandrel. I'll probably lay this up tomorrow. I'm I'm just hoping that a wrap will knock it out of there. Which Gordon Delaney would come back on.
He's
The
still
what?
in he's still in a health facility.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
Last I heard, he was still in.
Yeah, he got out.
Good.
I want to ask him about the arm wrestling competition and the perfect flight.
Well, the one that was done just after dark.
I don't know when it was done. Tom Warden did it in somewhere in California, flying against Bart and Whiteley and Delaney.
Wow.
Watermelon was the only flyer to ever receive a perfect flight score, even though we all know that shouldn't be possible. It was at the 69 Southwest Regionals in Buckeye, Arizona. Bart, Whiteley, and Delaney powdered for a month or so.
What
As competitive as those three are, if they didn't do more than pout, it must have been a really good flight. Because Whiteley didn't give up.
Did you ever see Tom Warden fly?
No, I never did.
He was good. Good. You saw him, right, Howard?
Yeah. What are you doing with a mandrel?
I'm making a pipe for my 32.
Oh, tune pipes, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
here it is, Howard.
Groovy.
And I'll make it in two pieces, front and back.
What are you using for resin?
HTR 250 with 106.3 hardener.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What would you use?
I I don't know. This is new stuff to me. I had some high temperature stuff, but it's gone extinct.
What temperature?
It's more than 350, I think.
Huh. Well, the reason why I'm using the HTR 250 is that oh, now I can't remember his name. He lives in Oklahoma or Arizona. Yeah, I think it's Arkansas or Oklahoma. I don't know. Dave Tribble, that's it. Dave Tribble's making pipes, full wave pipes, and he's using the same resin. So
Kansas, same thing.
yeah, it's the same place. It's all flat. Have you seen Doug Moon's airplane fly with a full wave pipe?
Not that I know of.
It's impressive. It's not a muffled pipe, it's a full wave pipe, and it puts out the power.
Sparky, what sparked you to go to small motors and get rid of your 60s? I thought you were happy with the 60s.
I'm not getting rid of them. I'm just going to the smaller motors because the airplanes fly more like how I want to fly. Even though I can make the airplane 56 ounces, 56 is not 46 or 40. Ed Wask, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing good. And that just been crazy busy.
and
I
stuff.
know.
Did you get my text?
No,
Did
I
you get
was
my text?
no.
Well, I didn't get the email from the fella, but whichever color, red, orange, yellow, any of those three is fine.
Yeah, I sent you an email.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
why I didn't get it, but I didn't get it. I'll
Yeah,
look again right quick.
I sent it to you on Wednesday.
Could you bring me my phone, please?
Let
Yeah, I
me
left my darn phone. I left my phone in the other room again.
see. Can I
Uh,
I
wait a
can
minute.
forward it to you. Well, actually, the best thing to do, Phil, is go to the website and look at all the different colors.
Well, any one of those three is fine. I mean, I'm not that picky.
Oh, okay.
Any one of those three will work. Whatever he's got ready.
You're
Okay.
not?
Vicky's over here. You're not?
Originally you were talking about orange and yellow.
Yeah, red, orange, or yellow. Any one of those three is fine.
Okay. Take care of that tomorrow. And let you
Thank you,
know.
sir. Let's see. You sent me a text
No, I sent you a email.
on email. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, updates.
On Wednesday. I sent it.
Yeah.
How's your foot doing?
It's doing.
Or ankle doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's doing. It's just, the more I
Getting
try to
there.
do, the more it
26th,
lets me know.
Yeah.
24th. Ridgeway classmates.
You
No,
going
I
to
didn't
nats
get
yet?
it, Ed.
I'm sorry?
I didn't get it.
Let me forward again.
Oof. I think they updated my phone this week, and I've had trouble with it all the way around all week.
Hey,
I hate when they try to update.
you didn't change any of your information over the last year, did you?
No, 30
Okay.
years I've had the same stuff.
Okay, because I went off of what I had on my sheet.
Yeah.
So let me see. It shows sent, but it might take a few minutes on your
It'll take a
end.
minute or two to get it. Yeah. Oh Lord, my dog's growling or something.
Oh, I'll be right back. I got a battery on charge.
Okay.
Well, Tim just stopped by today and got the Nats scoreboard. So he's taking it to the Nats.
Well, that's good.
Won't fit in your Tesla?
Not if I want to take a spare tire.
We went up the eastern part of the state, northeastern part of the state, to try to find a fairly legendary trout stream that's supposed to be up there. We did not find it. But we saw cars up there that reminded me of the Beverly Hillbillies. Spare tire was on top of the car, and I'm talking a car, not a pickup. It was on top of the car, strapped down. The trunk lid was gone, and they had put a box back there, and they were running around with it like it was a pickup truck.
In your neighborhood?
No, I said in the northeastern part of the state, up in the country.
Oh,
I mean, there's backwoods up there. But I'd never seen anything like that before. I looked at that thing, I looked at the guy that was with me. I said, huh? He said, up here, don't worry about it. It's just, this part of the country is just a little different. A little different.
Yeah, they're probably just as happy as we are.
Oh, I think they're happy. They seem to be really. I stopped and got gas and asked how the area was doing since the storms and all. You know, the hurricane pretty well tore up northeastern North Carolina, and they said they were doing pretty good. It's the people down on the river were hurting, but everybody else is doing pretty good because FEMA and everybody stepped in and after they got caught not stepping in, they got to apparently they're trying to help out a little bit now. Woke up this morning, my back has decided to go out on me, and it's been an interesting day. Spent most of it at the doctor's office. Doctor's office, and then come home and he's wait till you get home to take these. He knew what was going to happen. I took those pills, and buddy, the only thing I could barely hold my eyes open long enough to walk upstairs and lay down on the bed. Wow. That was something else. One thing about it, it didn't hurt. While I was sleeping, it didn't hurt. When I went to get up, go to the restroom, oh, I knew it. Oh boy.
Still haven't heard from Tryon, right?
No,
No, I'm trying to we'll try to call him again tomorrow and see how he's doing.
There we go. Restarted and I got a better Wi-Fi signal.
Well, you look clear.
Did you get the email?
No, sir.
Huh.
I see cars, Donald Trump. I don't know why I go from him. Promotions, Google, and System Salute Flyer Patch. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, send me a message here on Stunt Hangar on your email ad, or I'll send you an email message, and you tell
Okay.
me if it's correct.
Okay. You probably know a lot better way to run this computer than I do. I can fix the darn thing, but running it's another trick. Hadn't seen anything come up yet.
Maybe you
No,
restart your computer. Maybe.
I'm slowly typing, making sure I don't screw it up.
Anybody heard from Bob Hunt lately?
Yeah, I talked to him a couple.
You doing all right?
Seems to be. He says it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about when he said his back just there it is. Let's see. No. Change
There's the
no.
problem.
Okay. Let me I don't even know if that's still active. Let me see if that's even still active. It might be. It just came in. It came I don't even use
Well, you can always
let's
send
see.
me a message in regards to what
I'll do
would
it.
you
I'll
like?
do it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty.
Because I have a contact sheet for the expo and all you guys, and
Yeah.
that's what I went off of.
So he's got blue, red and black, red, and
Well,
like
he's
a
got a whole
yellow.
bunch of colors, and I would go to linemasters2.4.com,
Yeah.
and then when you arrow down, it says shop on ESTY,
Yeah.
and then click on the Zephyr, and then look at all the color options.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Your email is on your card, right?
Yep.
That's upstairs in the book. You're supposed to be. but I will. Since this, I thought it would have a return on it where I could just hit a. Oh, it does.
It should.
Yeah, remind. See, I hit apply, and then I'll send you back my proper email address.
Okay. Well, then I'll do a link and I'll send you a link that you can just click
Okay.
on.
See if that comes through.
And
I'm
that's
not the world's. I'm not the world's best at technology. I'm telling you. Well, he's got some nice looking handles though.
Yep, there it is.
Alrighty.
I'll make the corrections
Thank you, sir.
and I'll get you a link. I'll get you a link and then you should be able to just click on it.
Alrighty. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah. So the Nats, that's starts the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So Sparky, you'll be heading there in a few days, right?
On the 4th. I'll head- Yeah.
Okay. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we leave Tuesday to get there the 4th.
I'll leave early morning and be there in the evening.
Yeah,
Takes you 5 days to get there, Howard.
4.
Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
The older I get, the longer it takes me to get there.
Yeah.
Oh well, I know that
Oh.
feeling well.
I don't blame you one bit.
No, better safe than sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. Your car doesn't have that autopilot, Howard? You just sit back and relax.
That's how the Navy SEAL lost his head. Literally.
Days.
I work with a couple of those guys, a couple of real deal Navy SEALs. And I'm gonna tell you what, they're just like anybody else until they get ticked off. Something ticks them off. And then it takes something to calm these guys down. Boy, there's something. Their springs are just wound way too tight. Get them out on the river and put a fly rod in their hand, and after about 30 minutes, they start acting like they got some good sense again. But boy, I'm telling you what, it would be hard to live as they are all the time. They're just waiting for something to happen and just spring into action. It's amazing.
Well, I've had a little bit of experience. I mean, being on alert duty and having to launch in 5 minutes and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
that horn goes off, and man, you're out running, and I'd be in town hearing stuff or back at the house, and it's like, daggone, I'm jumpy.
Yeah, well, I was a lineman for 30 years and we were on call 24/7, 365. But I'm telling you what, these guys are another level.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are something. And you see these guys that they're big enough, strong enough, and trained well enough, they could break me in half. And you get out on the river and they are scared to death of a stick. Snakes is what they're really scared of. And that's what caused both of them to retire. They went on some mission and somehow or another, and they won't talk about it, they both became scared of snakes. One of them had 22 years and one of them had 28 years in the SEALs. And they both retired after
Wow.
that mission. I thought 28 years as a SEAL. I mean, be the top of the heap for 28 years. Come on. I've got some friends that are motorcycle people that I've been told if I ever have a problem, come see them. And they kind of scare me. But these SEALs, like I say, they are another level, brother. I'm telling you. I'd hate to tell either one of those groups that somebody was giving me a hard time because I don't know what they do. But I'm sure I wouldn't have a problem for long. It's nice to have friends.
Yeah.
Some of them scare me.
I am attempting to send myself a video, so not sure if it's going to happen.
Now, wait a minute. You're sending yourself a video? Have you
From
not
my
already seen
phone,
it?
from my phone to my inbox, and
Oh, yeah.
that
Okay.
way if it comes through, I can show it.
Show it with us. Yeah. Makes sense.
As
I'm
long
sure
as there's
there's
no music on it.
just a propeller going.
Hate to have to keep saying that, but
Oh, I don't blame you. What the heck over?
Mhm. Can't find it. We were coming home the other night, and my little car is white. And we were coming home through Charlotte the other night, and we started getting pelted so hard and so fast. I thought it had started storming and raining, and I noticed that's not rain. It turned out it was a mayfly swarm. And buddy, I'm telling you, I have never the front in 10 seconds that car went from clean as a pin to absolutely covered in mayflies. I pulled off side road and looked at it, and it was just darn near covered in them, and the windshield was something else. Couldn't see, barely see where he was going. That's a god awfulest mess I've ever seen.
are mayflies like love bugs?
Something like them. They only live a day. Their only reason for being is to mate and make more mayflies. They have no mouth. And like I say, they only live one day.
And
But they
love
said
bugs
out in the
down in Florida or something else.
yeah, they said these things in the Midwest, they get clouds of them, and people have to be careful because the roads get slick with them. They cause wrecks. The way they covered my windshield, they about caused a wreck. That's why I had to pull over.
Oh, are they white?
I mean, they're what? They're
White?
black.
Oh,
Well, they're
black.
actually brown. They're actually brown, but at night it looked black.
Um,
It's a dark brown, and I mean, it's just like you hit a wall and just all of a sudden you're just covered. I thought it was rain. It was something else.
we get a white bug along the river sometimes, and when they come out, they just bank and everything's just white with them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it though. I've got a
Helgramites, I
friend.
don't know whether that's the name or not.
I've got a friend in PHW that could tell you what it is. He is a herpetologist, and I thought herpetologist meant he was a snake whisperer. He knows bugs.
Hmm.
Maybe I gave it the wrong name. I'm not sure. But I'm not much on bugs other than get it off of me. I don't want anything to do with it. I used to work with a kid who was scared of bugs. It's a bug, get it off. He was a character, boy. He didn't
Well,
last long with us, but he was funny while he was there.
Caffeine, if you're listening, why don't you come on? I want to talk to you.
What you doing, Howard?
I'm looking for my Igor timer, the old one.
Oh.
You're gonna put the old one back in it?
Yes.
don't like
What's
that
wrong with the
virtual
new
two,
one?
you don't like the virtual 241?
I don't like the one that stops during a flight.
Oh no.
No, that's not nice.
You know, I think it has a broken ground trace in the timer, but I couldn't find it. Look,
You don't have a spare?
no,
That's the thing. That's the thing about it. On my contest airplanes, I always wanted to have a good motor in the plane and one that was just as good as a spare.
Yeah.
Because I was well noted for never having a problem until I got to a contest and in my motor the ring would crap out or something.
That's
I
when
always
they
like
do
just
it.
be able to, yeah. Then I just swap. He found it. That's when I just swap the darn thing out and keep going. But Howard can do it. He's a dang tech anyway. Howard, somebody has a thing that they make, and I've forgotten who it is. I have to look back through my notes because trust me, it's noted that you can take that little. It's made for a climb and dive timer, but you can take about any of them, I think. And it's you mount this piece of plastic to the plane, and then you put the timer in there, and then you got another cover that goes over top of it. So that thing is not just out in the wind for anything to hit. And it's really made for profiles, but I guess it would work anywhere. But I'm gonna have to get some of those because I have one airplane that has the timer out in the wind, and a bug or something hit that full thing and cracked the board, and I was able to land the plane without anything getting hurt. But it just kind of got me
well,
that something can be out like that.
I wish mine were in the wind. I'm trying to push the wire inside the airplane.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
got
it's well inside the dog.
yeah. When I do what you're doing, I generally had to take the clip off the end of the wire, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I just unsolder that and then take the wires and put them on a piece of flexible tubing that I could run back from the front of the plane back to where it was supposed to go. And then I just tape the wire to the end of that tubing and just pull it gently through there. Then get it to where it plugs to the ESC, solder those wires back on it, and ready to go.
Well, this used to be here, and I don't know how it got here.
Mm.
There's no hole to get it in now.
I know what you mean. I built one of the Brodak airplanes, an electric ARF. And I looked at that thing and I looked at that thing and I looked at that thing. And I kept trying to figure out how small is a Brodak electronic system, because I've got pretty small stuff and I can't begin to figure out how to get this ESC through that grate. And I kept playing with it and kept playing with it. Well, I wanted to fly the plane Saturday and I had everything done except putting the radio in the bottom of it, in front of it. I got my motor in, my spinner was on, my prop was on, my ESC was laying there, and the timer was already mounted. I could not get that ESC in there. And it was one of the Igor 66 Pros. So I couldn't get. Yeah, that's not the best timer. But anyway, it's what I had. I didn't even know about the other one. I thought when I got a 66, they said Pro. I thought Pro. I thought that's the best one. Yeah, I'll get two of those.
You think so?
I got surprised. But anyway, I ended up cutting a tray in the bottom out of the bottom of the airplane and putting a piece inside that had the blind nuts in it and putting I think it's 6 little 256 screws in it to hold that thing in, but it works. It works. I got some additional cooling because I cut some holes in the darn thing. Works good in the summertime. In the wintertime, though, you have to tape those holes up.
Oh, yeah?
It kept shutting off on me. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I taped
Yeah.
those holes up and it ran all flight, ran fine.
64.
Sparky's getting technical on us over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got out the high tech stuff now.
I got one motor mounted, one and 8/32 and the other one at 1 and 7/32.
Thanks.
Mm.
I'll take them all
Mm.
now. Here. Here.
Actually, no, it's not. It's 1 and yeah, it's about
Thank you.
7/32. I guess I should get the calipers.
Oh.
I got to get to the hobby shop and get some 1/4 inch aircraft ply.
Oh,
Your hobby shop still carries that stuff?
Oh
Is that a
yeah,
hobby shop?
You got a
Yeah,
hobby
really.
shop, huh?
yeah.
You're lucky. Our hobby shop, we've got a really nice hobby shop. I mean, really, really nice. Everybody thinks it's just fully stocked. And it is, so long as you want an RC car or RC ARF airplane. But control line, I think we got 3 pegs. He's got 4-inch, no, yeah, 3-inch bell cranks, 2-inch bell cranks, and some lead out wire.
Well, Schaefer's doesn't have what it used to have in the 90s, but it still has. It has a selection of balsa wood, even though it's like pine, but they do have plywood there. So plywood and maple. What?
I just got my timer through the hole.
You have
It's
done very well, Grasshopper.
It's a big achievement.
Now you're going to take it out tomorrow and test flight.
I hope so. Weather authorities permitting.
When you leaving for the Nats, Howard? This on Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Gonna stop by and pick David up?
No.
I'll be waiting. I'll be hitchhiking on the 91 freeway, all right, with my model in a box, okay?
Yeah, no, I won't be that way. Oh, yeah. Tim Just came from Victorville, California, which is
I know
in
where it
the
is.
Mojave Desert in the southeast part of California. Stopped by my house on his way to the Nats. He's on his way to the Walker Stunt Ranch where
Yeah,
he's going to get coached for a while.
that's nice.
Well, this is really out of the way.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice of him to do that because,
But for him, it's totally out of the way.
yes, it is.
Trying to go east and you go, northwest. Okay, cool.
I said, if you looked at a map, I don't care.
Take I-70, Howard, from you get on I-70 to go into Muncie from that the north.
No, well, I recommend it. It's scenic till you get to Kansas.
Yeah, the state you can never get out of, right? Kansas.
Ever. I usually go down to Portland and turn left and along the Columbia River, which is quite scenic, and then 84 and 82 interstates over to Gordon Delaney's house, and then east on Interstate 80 through Nebraska.
You can't take 90 from up there?
Yeah, that's that's a, that used to go by my old house, but I'd have to go up to Seattle to get on 90. But I'll probably do that this time. And then yeah, it goes through Spokane, and there's some nice fruit stands along the way. And
You got the biggest truck stop in the world on 990.
where's that?
I don't
Bucky's.
know. What? No, it's the largest truck. Let me see here.
I thought it was an I-80 in Iowa.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the one. There's probably a lot of them advertise themselves as being the world's biggest truck stop, but yeah, the one I saw was in Iowa on I-80. They have
Texas.
a Tesla charger there.
How many miles can you go charge, Howard, in your Tesla?
Supposedly 400,
That's
but
not
well, the one
Don't miss the stop.
you got to charge about 20% of the time. You spend 20% of your time at the charger. That's kind of how it works out. There's plenty of chargers, so.
Yeah, but every 2 hours I got to stop anyway. So what difference does it make?
Well, yeah, that's kind of that sometimes works out if there's a place to pee at the charger.
And it gripes me. They're building these places, and they build this charger that's holds 20 cars. There is no place to go. You just got to sit in your car and wait. I thought, what in the world is this all about? Somebody just didn't think this thing through very well. Should at least be a restroom and a place to buy a pack of nabs, a drink, a cup of coffee, something.
well, our local Lowe's has a charger.
Yeah, we we we've made a list of these chargers and the amenities, and in Boise, there's one next to an all-you-can-eat Brazilian restaurant.
Oh boy!
And
There you go.
It's pretty good. It's near Pat Johnston's house. He said, "Call me when you come by."
good barbecue in that Brazilian spot, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I'd have to do that. Yeah, Johnson, pretty cool.
Corning, California has a Starbucks, and it's across the street from an olive store. And there's there's a restaurant on the Columbia River. Have down home food. There's one at a casino in Pendleton, Oregon. It looks like a huge parking lot. There might be a good place for a contest. I got to measure the distance between the lampposts.
Drive to the Nats or whatever. It's always the one going home, Howard. You know, that's the tough one. It's the one going back. You know, burned out, tired. You know.
Well, I kind of enjoy going home.
Evening, Mark.
Good evening, Ed.
Yeah.
Found another picture. I'll be heading your way. I don't know if you've seen it before. And that. Pretty cool looking bear cat.
That book you gave me, put me on to that I bought a copy of. It's got
Yeah.
every civilian bearcat ever
There's
licensed in the U.S.
civilian bearcats.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought there was only 2, but I got surprised.
78.
was Keith's based on anything real, or is that just his imagination?
No, Keith's was Gulf Hawk 4.
But there was an actual
Yeah, there was.
painted like that. Oh.
It still exists. It was crashed, and the guy that's a very famous Reno air racer owns it now and is restoring it. Can't think of his name.
Who's that?
Oh. I can't think of his name, but he flew the Super Corsair, and it caught fire just after takeoff. He had to bail out.
Oh, that was Eldridge?
No.
Oh, man, if I heard the name, I'd say yeah.
That's 4.
It'll come to me in a few minutes.
68 3/8.
Just had it.
Oh yeah. In fact, my neighbor has built a number of Bearcats. I guess. The rare bear.
Yeah.
So that's a Bearcat, huh? Yeah.
I like the old paint job a lot better than the new one, but anyway.
You talking about model airplanes or full size ones, Howard?
Both actually. My neighbor is Lyle Shelton's son.
Oh, okay.
Oh Lord, Lyle Shelton used to own and fly the Rare Bear.
Yeah, and and Alan Ressinger from Vancouver built a Rare Bear stunt plane.
Yeah.
So he came down to fly one time, and I had what's his name come over to, hey, look at this. And I got pictures of him. that was fun.
I'll bet, especially if we had it in the colors that Lyle's was in. That new one with all the purple on it, I just don't care for that.
Oh.
John Penny would have been painting my Bearcat like the Rare Bear, but that purple and orange and white paint scheme.
I think that's what Alan had.
I think it would have taken me a year to do the painting.
15.
Kevin Eldridge.
It's not the guy I'm thinking of.
15.
Well, he's the one that had the Super Corsair catch on fire on him.
He owned it, but was he the one that was flying it?
3.
It appears to be.
Yeah, Siri. I ain't been able to get an answer out of this thing in 2 weeks. Siri, who was the pilot of the Rare Bear that caught fire in Reno and crashed?
Oh, no, I'm talking about Super Corsair.
I said wrong. Never mind, Siri. Let me try again. Hey, Siri. Who was the pilot of the Super Corsair that crashed at Reno a few years back? Oh, she's not on. Hey, Siri. Who was the pilot of the Super Corsair that crashed at Reno Air Races a few years back?
The Super Corsair was famously piloted by Navy ace Cook Cleveland, who won the 1947 Thompson Trophy race at 396 miles per hour.
Who? Say it one more time. Cliff? Cook Cleveland. Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
That's not who I was thinking. That's not who I was thinking of either. I don't know.
He lived to be 90 years old.
He flew the
Hey,
F2G.
there, Bob.
Yeah, he's there.
I can't think of who the guy is I'm thinking of. He's a tall, dark. He's flown everything. He's flown for everybody. But he now owns the Gulf Hawk 4. Ah, that's the way to do it. Hey, Siri. Who's the current owner of the Gulf Hawk 4? PGA Tour?
You better tell her it's a Bearcat F8F and see what happens.
Yeah. Hey Siri. Who is the current owner of the F8F Bearcat known as the Gulf Hawk 4?
I'm wondering, did you get your nuts, Bob?
Yeah, I got my nuts.
Yeah.
Billy Weirwich lived in Berea, and in 1949, the Cleveland Air Races were, almost flew right over his house. And Bill Odom crashed his P-51C Mustang, the Beguine, into a suburban home just in Berea, Ohio, right near Billy. And Billy ran up to the crash, and he got to see the guy. He saw the guy dead in the cockpit.
Oh, wow.
Bill Odom. Yeah. It made a profound impression on him.
Yeah, let's stick to models.
Yeah.
Real ones get you hurt.
Seems like there's a lot of air crashes lately.
I know.
Ain't that the truth?
Because there's a lot of airplanes up in the air all the time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
seems like you hear more about it lately. Maybe
And
it's the
you got the social media.
social media thing, yeah.
Yeah. I saw it every day years ago, but it was via telex machines and stuff. And that, so, but yeah, there's more, of course, there is more aircraft flying, so.
Yeah, you may know the numbers. I don't, but I remember being in an FAA briefing back in the 80s where they said air traffic was going to double by 2000, and I think it's probably doubled again at least since then.
Yeah.
You just look at FlightAware, you can see all the number of airplanes that are in the air.
Yeah. Yep. That's something.
Unreal.
Well, I found out how I did in the I Built It contest at the Bearcat.
How'd you do?
I got a tie for third place.
Oh, wow. What? Who beat you? Who won?
What's that?
Who won?
Some guy I don't know.
With what?
A Lazy B RC airplane.
Oh my gosh.
You are kidding.
Nope.
Oh, for shame.
I'll show it to you here.
Must be really
Sparky,
nice.
turn on the sharing, please.
All you gotta do is start sharing and then I'll approve it. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Okay.
Okay. All right, so here was the contest back in.
That
May
red Lazy B ahead of your airplane?
That's right.
That beat you?
And then there's May. This is Keith Trossel's Savage.
Savage. Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is.
It looks like a P-38.
Anyway, this row is the scratch built row. This row, I think, is the kit built row. And the one over here is the old timer row.
Good.
But I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, here's the results of the. They were supposed to announce it at the August meeting, but I guess they published it in the newsletter yesterday. So somebody named Larry Green, who I don't know.
Wait a minute. At the top it says, "Thanks again to Larry Green and his family for putting together a great contest."
Yeah, I noticed that.
And then Larry Green wins with the Lazy B.
There it is. There's the
And Keith.
Yeah, that's got to have something to do with it.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny.
I think that's the airplane
that
they're talking about on the picture. There may have been another one farther back on the row behind me, but I don't know. Anyway, Keith got the second place with the AJ Savage. Well deserved. And I got third. I got a tie for third place with Chris Jacobson, his Colossus, which
Oh,
is a
that
very
is a
nice
pretty
airplane. Chris is a control line stunt flyer in our club who isn't really active, but he builds planes.
They misspelled Colossus.
Yeah.
Off.
Then the kit build category, Chris had a Cavalier, which was very nice too. And Jerry had his fancy pants. And I don't know what this is. Brian Dillman with Goldberg Tiger 2. That must be an RC plane of some
That's
kind.
that's an RC plane.
Low wing tricycle gear RC airplane.
Yeah.
In the ARF category, I don't know why they have an ARF category and I built it, but they do. And then in the old timer, Keith got first place with his little had green racer. And John Penny, who used to fly the Rare Bear, got second place with his Firecat. And there's my Bearcat with Keith's right behind it.
And that red thing right in front of you is the Lazy Bee.
Yep, I guess.
No, I know what they are.
Okay. I looked them up on Google and that's what it seems to be.
Clancy Aviation.
Well, this is supposedly scratch built because this is a scratch built row, but
Yeah.
Well, that's what you call rigged.
Home cooking.
and
The
here's
fix
Keith's
was
little
in.
scrambler that he got prize for. This was really cute.
That thing is an old timer?
No,
Yeah.
Wow.
Beat Team Racer.
I think it's 1952. Here's the page out of whatever
Yeah.
magazine it was.
Tell you what, I wouldn't want to try to keep up with that thing for stunt. I've seen one of those fly. They're fast.
No, he didn't build it for stunt. He just built it for fun.
It's a BT
Oh,
racer.
yeah. Yeah.
This is John Penny's Firecat, which John doesn't do much flying. I haven't seen him fly at the field yet, but he comes and he's got a gorgeous ringmaster that's, as Keith Trossel says, is period perfect. It's got the right wheels and motor and prop and tank and everything right out of the 1950s. And this Firecat's the same way, except he's got aluminum gear on it here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not quite as period
I think
perfect
they had
as
aluminum gear.
but anyway, this is a nice airplane too.
One thing you got to do with a Firecat is put extremely heavy wheels on it.
Okay.
Because the vertical center of gravity is so high, look how low the wing is mounted in relation to the engine.
He brought it to VSC a few years ago, and Jim Hoffman was looking at it saying, I got to build mine. I want to do that. And I don't think he's done it yet. But
Yeah.
and here's Jerry's fancy pants.
Without pants.
Yeah. And this got the Pilot's Choice Award in the Best of Show. So congratulations to Jerry, I guess.
You got to be kidding.
That one Best of Show?
Yep.
Yes.
So
You got to remember to tip the judges next year, Mark.
Must have been write-in votes. Must have been mailed in
This is a
votes.
radio control club, and we're grateful that they let us be part of it.
Well, it's obvious that your Bearcat was, substandard, as Howard would say.
So we don't want to make any waves if we can help it. Yeah, Jerry down here at the bottom, he got a member's choice and best of show.
Did you hear what I said? You got a Ron Byrne Award.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Ron Byrne Award.
Anyway, that's the outcome of the I Built It contest.
Okay. Yeah, the guy that was on the last row of that beautiful scale job.
They got put on the back row.
Yeah.
At Tidewater.
So we'll try again next year. I don't know what I'll take next year. Maybe I'll take the Bearcat again.
Well, find the ugliest RC airplane you can possibly build, and then you'll probably win.
Ugly stick.
Unbelievable.
Ugly stick.
Just shows though that the RC community has really drifted away from any kind of scratch building and really cool looking home built airplanes. It's all ARFs and
Foamies.
yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
There's some nice
That's
giant
wild.
scale ones that show up out at the field, but nobody brought them to the I Built It contest, so I don't know.
Well, I won my club building contest about 3 weeks ago in the scratch built with the Caprice, and you know, I think there was no contest, and but then again, I'm the club secretary, so who knows, Unbelievable.
Hmm.
Run for office
Well,
next year, and you'll win the whole thing.
Okay. Electronics all changed out. Now, do I have time to fly this again before leaving?
Still got time tonight, don't you?
Huh?
Still got time tonight, don't you?
Yeah, I reckon I gotta put the wings back on.
Only
And it-
6:30 in Washington.
Yeah, yeah. Had to take the wings off to get at the timer.
Bob, what you building?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Just working on that big twin. I got it in that rando fill. I think I showed that last time. I'm not sure. Didn't I'll show it?
I probably wasn't here.
How much weight did that add?
I didn't weigh it, but it didn't add much because it's no product and it's a lot lighter than using that white sealer primer I had been using.
What is this rando cell? What is that?
Does it spray out a silver, Bob, or does it spray
What
out
is that stuff?
It's a filler coat. It's dope based and it has silver in it, but it's not silver paint. It's just silver, paste in there, so you can see. Here I gotta. Let me just.
It's relatively new, isn't it?
What's that?
It's relatively new, isn't it?
I don't know. I just know that Howard told me. Paul Walker told me about it, and
Oh, okay. Nice.
that's.
I'm honored to be confused there, with Paul.
I don't know which one of you should be upset about that.
Oh,
It
Paul.
sure looks nice.
It's gonna be it's 745 square inches when the flaps are on. Big airplane. It's gonna weigh, it's got retracts and everything. It's gonna weigh right around 69, 70 ounces on 745 squares with two 2820s, and a 3000 6S or whatever. I might actually go to a 4S system, a 55,000 amp, 5,000 milliamp 4S system like Rick Huff is using in his new airplane. We'll see. I'll have to go to higher KV motors. But I'll be able to spin 11-inch props then.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, it's.
What motors you using for 11-inch props?
I'm going to use the 2820s.
2820. Let me write this down.
Yeah, I have 2814s, which probably would pull it. I mean, Buddy Weeder's big twin back in it's the same exact airplane, just a different fuselage shape. He had two Power 10s and a 4S 4000 with retracts and APC props and a human system. And he was 18th at the Nats that year with a handful of flights on it. It flew very well. So I'm anticipating this one's going to fly a whole lot better. It's going to be
2820s for 11-inch props. And how much batteries that take?
Rick says it's a 4S 5000 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So
21,700.
Mine's going to be 12 to 13 ounces lighter than Buddy's. So We'll see.
Groovy.
May all be academic because I may not be able to fly anyway. So I went out today and flew a flight and almost keeled over at the end of it. I was so exhausted and so much in pain. So I don't think I'm going to be flying much longer.
So are you going to the Nats this year?
I'm going to the Nats for three reasons. One is on Sunday, I'm judging Classic. On Monday, I'm one of the 4 Appearance Point judges. And on Wednesday, I'm inducting, I'm presenting Larry Scarinzi's Blue Angel, Super Satan, and Sky Devil into the museum. They're being accepted by the museum. So I'm doing the presentation. I got a picture. You've seen the Blue Angel here. I've done a bunch of pictures of that. But he gave the Trident went down to Triple Tree to Pat Hartness. And let me see if I can find that picture. And Bruce Douglas took it down. Let me see if I can find that. Let me take a second here. I got to go down to another drive. That's really pretty. Did a nice job on it.
He did a nice job on his combat planes. He
Oh,
knew they could
combat
last.
airplanes looked as good as the stunt ships.
Mm.
Old ones, you know. When he got into the newer stuff, he didn't take too many pains. Hold on a second. Let me see what I got here. Have it in there. No, but I got a picture of the Blue Angel in here. I've shown this before, but
Eh,
yeah.
Well, I was tickled at one thing. The Blue Angel that was, oh yeah.
That would probably come in 5th or 6th in your contest, Mark.
Wow, I didn't realize he had that stripe on the lead edge. That's a good looking airplane even today.
Yeah, it looks just brand spanking new. It really does. It's really amazing. And see if I can find that. It's going to take me a second to find the picture with the Trident. The Trident came before the Blue Angel. See what I have here. Here we go. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
If you ever try to look up plans to the Trident, you won't find them. If you look up the you name it, you'll find it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh gosh, that's pretty.
That's Pat Hartness in the white shirt. And next to him in the sunglasses is Bruce Douglas, who worked for Larry for a number of years, very good friend of the family. And he lives down there. So he took that airplane down there. And Pat Hartness also bought $10,000 worth of Larry's antique engines.
Wow.
Hmm.
I guess it's easy when you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
So that's going to be at his new museum putting up. So,
that is sharp.
yeah.
you've been down there, right, Bob?
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of airplanes in the hangar there.
Oh, man. He's going to build another pavilion with, I think, all control line airplanes. And I think it's going to be down near the control line circles, if I'm not mistaken. So it'd be pretty cool, you know.
When is there going to be a Genesis in the group?
Yeah. I'm not worried, you know. I don't think he wants one of those.
I bet he does.
Hey, listen, if anybody's interested, and I hate to do a commercial thing here, but somebody ordered a wing for me, and I was pretty much out of the business, but I decided to do it for him. I was at Genesis LC wing, and I did the tail, the rudders, everything's beveled, all the surfaces, you know, movable surfaces are beveled. The wing, it's got flaps, it's got landing gear system, it's real light. And that'll be at the Nats if anybody's interested. So,
How much is it?
huh?
How much is it?
I want 400 for the package. The stab, elevator, rudders, wing, everything, flaps, ready to go.
What is it? What is the LC? What is that? The latest version?
Last theme means last chapter.
Oh, okay.
That'll be the last sentence.
How many square inches is that?
630.
a 56 inch?
50. No, it's about a 59-inch wing, almost a 60-inch wing. It's got swept forward trailing gun, so it tapers a lot. I'm gonna show you a picture of it. Hold on. I think I'll show you a picture of it. We'll see.
Bob, there were two other airplanes you were going to donate to the museum that were Larry's. What were they?
The two other airplanes besides the Blue Angel.
Yeah.
The original, the article version of the Super Satan, the original Super Satan, the one where
combat plane
was on the cover of Model Airplane News. He was getting ready to launch for Don Cosmillo, and the Sky Devil, which was a 1956 airplane. Yeah. There's the Genesis LC.
Oh yeah. That's the one that has the doodads on it.
Yeah, that's what I call them, doodads. So the package I have has a finished stab and elevator with the rudders already, they ready to put on, they fit on, and the wing and the flaps and the landing gear system and everything. It's ready to all cord out and sand. It's a really nice light wing. So a package would be $400. That's a bargain, I think. So
that is a bargain. I'm texting Rick Campbell right now about it.
What's that?
I want that, Bob. See, I might have Rick come pick it up, but let me.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a first come, first served deal.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Richard?
Working on a Brodeck smoothie and tearing apart my plate box. Gonna build a new one.
Did you finish that stiletto?
I did finish the stiletto. Yep.
Man,
Yep.
you're the best builder. You and Sparky, jeez.
Let's see it.
He can accidentally build an airplane. Yeah, look at that.
What's that painted with?
Rust-Oleum.
And how much does that weigh?
Oh, probably a couple pounds. That clear you were asking me about weighed 1.6 ounces when I put it on there.
The 2K one coat?
Yep.
How much again?
1.6 ounces.
Okay. And that's what's on there is the 2K clear?
Yes. Yep. And the plane came out to 52.6 ounces.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's good or bad, but
Not bad.
that's what it is.
That's actually really good for us. That's a 660?
No.
Is it 35?
54-inch wingspan.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it'll be all right.
All right. I can build them to stay together, I hope. I use a lot of glue.
You should never build them to survive a crash.
No. Just don't expect
Build
to
it
crash.
high and keep it out of the crash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you build them to not survive a crash, it almost to survive a crash, it almost guarantees that they are going to crash.
Yeah.
I was saying, light is good, but lighter is better.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
even a brick will fly, but a light brick will fly a whole lot better than a heavy brick.
Yeah. I'm just a beginner.
Bob, do you know Frank Beatty?
I know the name.
Yeah, Frank Beatty's a member of our club. And one time he said, he's a good builder. I mean, he flies scale. But he handed me a wing and he said, well, what do you think? I said, what did you make it out of? 3/4 inch plywood? It's unreal. There's no reason why they come out tail heavy. You got to add a pound of nose weight to get it to balance.
You know, Buddy Weeder, when he first came down to my shop, well, back in the early 2000s, when after a long layoff, you know, he stopped flying in '62. And he never built his own airplanes. You know, DeChavio and Scarinzi built his airplanes for him. And he admitted that. And he came down to learn how to build. And, you know, he didn't have lightweight consciousness, which is what you have to have. Everybody knows that. You got to, you know, you don't look at a part and say that it's an ounce too heavy. You say you're not focusing on ounces. You're focusing on grains, you know. So he wanted to put the fairings between the flaps and the fuselage, like people did for a long time. A lot of us have stopped doing that. But he wanted to do those little fairings, which were like 1/4 inch pieces, you know, and they were only like about 5/16 wide and made out of punk soft balsa wood. So he got one sanded, got it fit real nice. And he says, I'm going to glue this in. I said, you're not ready to glue that in. He says, why not? I said, well, you got to hollow it. Yeah. And he looked at me like I had lobsters crawling out of my ears, you know. He says, hollow that? I said, yeah, the whole idea is lightweight consciousness. It's, you know, if you start thinking that way, you'll build light airplanes.
Been many times I've built 3 stabilizers and elevators because it just wasn't light enough.
Well, Jim Sumner would build like 6 or 7 stabilizers for the same airplane and use them.
Yeah.
Use them, not all at once.
Yeah.
You stack them up. We have 4 or 5 wings and tails, and
that guy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Still around, Bob?
Can't believe how good his airplanes flew. They're really amazing.
I was impressed. He's the only guy I ever seen do an under the ground loop. I mean, under the horizon. They did that outside loop when the engine quit over the end of Circle 1.
Yeah.
I seen him fly a good pattern with that thing he had with 3 wings and 7 tails.
I thought that thing had 5 wings and 3 engines.
Hey, David, wasn't he from up around New England someplace?
I think he was. You know, he was the kind of guy. He was such a character that he would just show up at all of our contests. And
I know. He and his wife, and she would be lugging this big battery, this big 12-volt car battery.
And he just kind of kept to himself and did his thing and enjoyed what he was doing, and he would leave.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He was a Christian man kind of guy too, I believe. You know, and he kind of kept to himself. And
I liked him. He was unique.
Yes, he was very unique.
Not like Howard.
Yeah. With that dry sense of humor, right?
I thought it had a great turn. It did great squares. That weird looking thing.
He would make them work. I mean, it looked like they couldn't possibly work. It looked like something out of the Magnificent Men and Their Flying Machines or something. And it looked like they wouldn't even fly level. And he would do really nice patterns with them.
Didn't that one thing have, like I say, 5 wings, 3 engines, and canards on it? I mean, it would just...
Yeah, with the Rotherford Dynajet pusher canard.
Yeah.
Wow.
With 16 wings and 3 tails.
Yeah. And he was doing something on Circle 1, and his engine quit. You know, and he had to do an outside loop to get tuck around or what. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he was underneath the pavement. You know, you could tell, unreal. But he didn't crash.
No, he's one of the more unique characters in the hobby ever.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think that was probably around 2006 or 7 that he was there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He used to show up in the 90s a lot, too, at contests. I think David probably remembers him from that era, too.
A lot of that Dan Banjock kind of thing in him, too, you know? I just loved what he was doing.
This guy made Dan Banjock look normal.
Oh man, that is wicked.
That ain't easy to do.
We had a guy like that, Rich Porter. Remember Rich Porter?
Oh yeah, sure. The ridiculous.
Ridiculous, and he had a bunch of stuff. He was right about a lot of stuff.
Embarrassingly.
I see they got a contest honoring Ski Dombrowski this in August. That's nice.
Yeah, they're combining the Jim Cole Memorial Contest with the Ski Dombrowski Memorial Fun Fly, and they made it into a contest. Tim Staggs moving his Jim Cole thing up to South Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice contest. We got a lot of contests this year on the East Coast.
Yeah, you got the ski, and then you got the Mass Cup the next week.
We got the Mass Cup, we got the North Beach, we got the Philly contest, we got the contest I'm speaking, the Bernie Sahamsky contest, we got the Jim Cole contest, you got the Middlesex contest. So you got more contests than we've had in a long time.
There's nothing at Flushing though, this year. I didn't see anything.
No, well, Flushing and generally the Middlesex has two meets, like a classic and old time meet, and then they used to have a stunt meet, but we combined. We took the Flushing meet, before the Snowflies meet, and the Middlesex meet, and put them all together to one big 2-day big meet, and called it the North Beast.
I think we lost the FCM here in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think Alan's doing it this year.
Well, didn't Matt Newman used to run that or something?
No, it was Alan Goff.
Alan Goff ran it? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he's last year he said, he's getting old. He said, I'm tired. I don't, everybody helps there, but I guess it's
well, he's deep into that scale thing, so it's understandable.
Proprietor is not even really stunt anymore, is it? It's mostly scale now, right?
Can you turn your vocal up a little bit, David, or get closer to the mic?
I don't know. Is it louder now? Is it louder? No.
I almost can't hear you.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest with you.
Hey Bob, that event for Bernie, what are the dates on that, and what all's being held at that event?
Which one's that?
The one for Bernie up in Hazleton.
Yeah, that's Hazleton. It's a 2-day contest. On Saturday we're gonna have classic, old time, and profile, and on Sunday we're gonna have Pampa classes.
Okay.
Jim Marin's doing the inserts for the.
And what dates are that?
August 1st and 2nd.
Okay.
It's a nice place to fly. Very picturesque. It's up on the side of a mountain, and you overlook this big valley. Really nice.
I should be out there for the Mass Cup though, Bob. I'm gonna go out there and stay with Rick for a week, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping to go up there and judge. I won't be able to fly, but I can judge. And come back. But we got that great sports bar that's like less than a mile from the field, and they serve all this fresh fish because it's right there off the ocean, and they have these fried clams that are just outrageous.
Cool.
You can tell where my priorities are these days.
I was looking at the Nats. They got 28 advanced and 33 open. That's not
so
too
far.
bad.
There'll be more.
Far. Yeah, so far. Huh?
There'll be more.
It's still only about 5 or 6 hours of flying during each day.
Yeah.
I figured that out. I figured 10 minutes apiece per flight. And if you got 60, that's really only 15 per circle.
Yeah. But if it gets windy, a lot of people pass on the second round.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people pass on the second round at the Nationals. They're saving their airplanes for a bigger contest. Hey, John.
Hey, Bob, and everybody else.
Weed Hopper is here.
Yes.
You've been hiding. We ain't seen you on in a while.
Well, I kind of
Love
been
that
running around.
that fireplace behind you is really nice.
I'm up in our cabin in northern Michigan, which is on a small lake, and it's a place that was built in the 40s.
Wow, that's nice.
That's the original fireplace.
Knotty pine on the walls.
Yeah, yeah. It used to be a real functioning fireplace, but I put a gas insert in it because it needed a lot of maintenance, and I wanted to be able to have a fire by turning a switch and not having to chop wood.
Yeah.
No sense of adventure.
Not that much adventure. No.
I've chopped all the wood I want to chop too. I know what you mean.
When my dad came to the Nats, after the Nats, we went up to Wisconsin to see a house that he built. It's the first time that I ever seen a hole in the wall for the firewood next to the fireplace. I've never seen that before.
Board of wood.
And a big hole in the wall to put the firewood in. And if the firewood wasn't in that hole, there'd be a big draft. There was no cover on it or nothing.
Yeah, you lost all your insulation.
Yeah.
I heard you guys were talking about the registration count for the Nats. Is the number look like it's going to be comparable to last year, or up or down, or don't we know? Too early to tell.
There'll be a lot of people who will just sign up at the Nats.
I see. Okay.
Every year you get at least 10-15% to do that, maybe even 20%. And they still have time to register, you know, I think, don't they? Or is it registration closed now?
It's closed online. They're gonna have to. Well, it's not closed. You just have to pay that ridiculous late fee.
Late fee. Well, what it is.
60 pilots so far. I don't know. I think the most I've seen is 100 something, isn't it, Bob?
What's that?
100 something when the Brazilians came down.
Oh, I don't know about that. I remember the biggest one was in '76, 135 entrants.
Ooh.
That took some time to go through.
It did.
All right, Bob, let's check your memory. Who won '76?
Huh?
Who won in '70s?
Yeah, well, I won that one. Yeah, so I was pretty happy about that.
You didn't have an advanced class then, did you?
No.
I bumped into a YouTube video covering pretty extensively the 1978 Nats, and that number was 120-ish, somewhere
A lot of
in there.
entrants back then, a lot of people. And, you know, when it moved down to, the nice thing about the Nationals move around the country, it was every 4 years, it would, you know, it would go around. Generally, in the old days, it was Willow Grove, then Glenview or Olathe, and then Los Alamitos, and then Dallas. And that's how it would circulate the country. It was either Los Alamitos, Olathe or Glenview for a while there. But it was always Los Alamitos, Dallas, and Willow Grove. So what happens is you get people who can't make the trip, and they wait around for 4 years, and a whole lot of people who don't normally go to the Nats when it's far away, go to those Nationals. So you do get a whole different mix of people and a whole lot of people. We don't get that now. It's not the same thing.
I think the one I was referencing that I watched a couple nights ago was in is it St. Charles, Louisiana?
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles. Lake Charles. Yeah.
74, 75, and 78 was in Lake Charles.
I was there.
What year did they have at Mount Comfort, or was that just a team trial?
Mount Comfort was just team trials. It was there several times. 87. See, 87, 89, 91, and 93. It was 4 times. Jack Sheets was the event director.
They had him here in St. Louis at one time too.
Yeah, way back. And at Cleveland, at the Cleveland model aerodrome there, 1970, 71, I believe it was.
69, I think. Didn't I stop by there on the way home from the Nats?
What's that?
I think I stopped by there on the way home from the Nats.
Did you? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
What was the first year for the
There was one in
Nats?
Detroit too. I think that was in, what was that, 70, 79? No, 79 was that at Dayton. 80, 81 maybe in Detroit.
What was the first year of the Nats? When did it start?
Oh, good grief, I don't know.
36, right?
36, yeah.
Okay.
36 was first year AMA.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could look in the book.
Yeah.
See who the first Nats winner was. Volume 2, Volume 1.
in Stunt, yeah, it was Davey Slagle. That was like 46 or
The first 3 Walker trophies, yeah.
Mm.
With the Czech Roma.
The early years, Miss Shirley, 1945. So maybe it wasn't 36.
No, that goes back into the 30s, I'm pretty sure. The free flight.
Yeah, not
they
Stunt.
didn't have stunt in those days.
Over St. Clair.
Father of control line.
Jim Walker. Yeah, it had to be. It starts out in 1945.
For stunt.
Let's see. Jim Walker Fireball.
Yeah, that's
They're
stunt.
flying control line, so in 45.
Hold on a second, we'll find out.
Davy Schlegel appears to be Aero Coupe, twin notice piece now. Gary Toll, no, that's a late model one. There's my buddy Bill Noyes and Lowell Reinhardt, and their planes in 1945.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the first year of the Model Airplane Nationals, commonly known as the Nats, was 1923.
Huh. Where did you get that from?
Going online and look for it.
Oh, it's not in this book.
Yeah, but that book is only stunt.
Yeah.
There were actually things before stunt flight.
Free flight.
Yeah. Rubber power free flight. Guess who's going to be at the Nationals going around in a cart this year watching control line?
Burt Rutan.
Burt Rutan. Well,
Well, he's designed some interesting airplanes.
you think? He and Jim Sumner would get along great.
Mm-hmm.
I did an interview with him some years ago out in Ontario at the AMA big trade show they had out there. Interesting character. We talk a lot about flying in Dallas and scale. It's carrier and I think speed. I don't think he flew much stunt. I think he was more into carrier and scale and speed.
Boy, Larry Scarinzi did a really nice reproduction of the Snafu Magician.
Yep. Yellow airplane, high wing, right?
It's not high wing, it's mid wing, but it's yellow.
Yeah.
With red trim on it. It's really sharp.
Yeah. I have the super flipper downstairs. I actually bought that from Bernadette. I wanted to have one of his airplanes to hang on my shop, so I got the super flipper, which was in Model Airplane News around 1965, I think it was, or 66. Half the wing was flap.
Yeah.
Flap. Oh boy.
We called it a variable airfoil wing.
That's like those foam flappers they got today for RC. Half the wings flat, but you can flat do a spin or spiral with it.
It looks like I'm going to be going back to radio control here pretty quick because I just can't fly control. And competitively, certainly. My legs and back are so bad I can't do. I went out today and tried to fly. I flew one flight. It took me about 10 minutes to get off the field. I was so exhausted and pained. So, I might go back to flying some RC pattern or something.
They're going to run you off the field. Your airplanes are going to look too nice.
I tell you, you look at some of those RC airplanes, they're pretty nice. The RC pattern airplanes, they're not bad. I mean, I don't like the design of them. They look like whales, but
Yeah.
But they are pretty. The paint schemes are gorgeous. But they're all bought airplanes, $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 airplanes, If I fly pattern again, it'll be the ballistic pattern or the senior pattern, which goes back to the one maneuver per pass type flying they did back before the turnaround pattern.
UFO is a good one for that.
Yeah, I had a UFO, I had a XLT, I had a E1A technician, Tipperary, I had all those, airplanes.
Yeah, Tipperary was the last one I had. That was nice. Nice plane.
Hey,
I
Bob,
just got it.
is John Crosby just a little guy, or is an Icarus a really big airplane? I don't know. Is it?
Icarus is a huge airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that looks like it's a 6-foot wingspan.
That's really something.
David Shorts had one.
David Shorts had a tall airplane?
He Icarus. He had a number of interesting airplanes. He's really cool.
I like his dad, Lenny. He's a great guy.
And Lenny, yeah.
Very good man. I was the assistant event director at the '82 Nationals with him. He was the director. He wouldn't let me fly Gene Schaefer's stunt machine. Now, he was perfectly willing to let me fly it to train the judges. I was supposed to do the warm-up flights, and at that time, I was flying Gene's stunt machine backwards. I had it going the other way. I could fly it just as good either way. And Glenn Benner, I think it was, he complained. He said, "You can't let him train the judges with the airplane going backwards." Oh man.
Does anybody fly backwards anymore?
Yeah, there's a couple of people that do. Well, when Paul did and Dave Cook did it, he's passed away, unfortunately. Gene, of course, is gone. He flew backwards. What's the guy from up your neck of the woods?
Alan Ressinger.
Alan, and there's another guy too, old time flyer.
Leo Mel, he died.
And there's another guy. I can't think of his name.
Oh, I don't know of any others.
He goes to VSC all the time. Has real pretty airplanes.
Oh, Roy Camera?
Roy to camera.
Roy to camera. That's what I was trying to think
He
of.
flies backwards too.
Unfortunately, Rick Gackabone, he flies backwards, but he's sick. He's in the hospital.
Yeah.
The first time that I ever got asked to judge at a big contest, it was at Bob will remember this. It was at Brodak. Bob asked if I'd judge. I was sure. So the first one to come up was Roy DeCamera flying backwards. I had to think hard about that one.
Built pretty airplanes though, didn't he?
He sure did. He had that Nobler that year.
Oh, nice guy. Speaking
Yeah,
of,
he's
who was
very,
the most
very
famous?
nice.
Who was the most famous backwards flyer?
George
Gene
Aldrich.
There
Schaefer.
you go, George Aldrich. Yeah.
George, that's right.
America's greatest stunt champ.
Just ask him; he'll tell you. You know.
No, it says that on the flight streak box. I showed that to Walker when he came over, and he didn't think much.
Probably was not very amused.
He wasn't very.
I'm looking at George Aldrich in 1955, and the lead outs, he's going the right way. So I guess he flew both ways.
He could fly both ways.
Okay.
But he competed going, counterclockwise instead of clockwise.
Right next to it is an older Jim Ebinger with a 55 Neptune, but it was in 93 that he's holding this. That's a beautiful airplane. Got a finish in
That
it.
is.
Oh yeah, the Ebinger brothers really built beautiful airplanes.
That's got a finish on it, boy.
Another guy that hung out with him built pretty airplanes was Milt Booz. He flew some nice built some beautiful airplanes. I see Charlie Reeves is not doing real well.
No, he's not. He's still in good spirits, but he's not doing real well.
He's in hospice right now.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got some of his model airplane pictures. He's got pictures over there with him, and he's got some other things. But about 3 o'clock, he just said, "Well, it's about time for me to go to my room," and he turned around and just went back to his room.
Yeah, a great guy.
He's one of the best.
A local guy here was a New York City cop who moved out here to Pennsylvania. And he flies RC, but he also still flies control line. He used to fly with the Schlockers at Flushing Meadows, the guys that flew on the grass circles when Schaefer and all those other guys flew on asphalt circles, called themselves the Schlockers. And he built a Pathfinder profile tricycle and did a really nice job on it. And we went out and made flight. We did the maiden flights today. Flew right off the board. That needed the tiniest flap tweak, but really nice airplane. So he was saying, how he liked this airplane, liked the design. We got back to the shop, and without telling him, I called Gordy. I have Gordy on speed dial. I called Gordy, and I said, got somebody I want you to meet. And I put him on speakerphone and said, here, talk to the designer of the airplane you just built.
You've talked to Gordon?
He was in shock. Huh?
You've talked to Gordon?
Yeah, I talked to Gordon today. He's home.
How's he doing?
He's doing, well, I guess he's home. I mean, I don't know how much better he's doing, but he's home. At least he's not in.
I might try to call him tomorrow.
Not in a nursing home.
Yeah.
Gordy's the best.
One of the things I really enjoyed watching that video of the 78 Nats was seeing some of the guys that I hear you guys talk about in skinny white pants and, and in some cases white shoes.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're just, super young. And I've never seen those guys before. So it was kind of fun to see them because I hear you guys talk about them so much.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the ice cream days. You should have seen the plaid days.
Well, the checkerboard days when Walker flew around 92 when he had the checkerboards on his airplane, had checkerboard pants.
Wow.
Paul Walker, yeah, he signed up for a stunt at the Nats, but he's just been flying this quadrotor lately. I don't know if he's flying stuff.
He's been flying what?
A quadrotor.
I hear he flies it pretty well, though.
Could be, yeah.
Anybody want to take bets on if he makes the top 5? I'll bet he does.
I'd bet he'll be in it.
Yeah, I bet a steak dinner on that.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen how he cleaned house at the Northwest Regional there, you know.
Mark, I'm going to guess there's no Bearcat update because you're hundreds of miles away from it, right?
Yeah.
We
Okay.
did do a Bearcat update.
Oh, well, I heard the last one where there was a stress fracture. Is there any updates from there?
No, not yet. We're making a couple of reinforcing pieces, and I'm gonna go out to the nets a day early and see if I can glue it a little bit to keep it from coming apart and get a few flights out of it.
Make sure you bring some Ambroid and some Aerogloss to the motel room. They'll love you for it.
Hey, Mark Gerber,
Yo,
do you have any new half A airplanes to play around with this year at Nationals?
yeah, I got a Fire Baby.
You got, oh my goodness, an original?
Yeah,
Are we going to fly it?
yeah.
All right.
It's
That
in my
sounds
car. It's in my car in Columbus, Ohio right now, but it'll be in
okay.
Muncie by
Well,
next week.
can we make sure we communicate really well when we're there so that me and Will Davis are there when you fly it so we can make a reel on it, make a video to save it for posterity?
Sure.
Yeah, we want to film it and put it out on the web so it's there for infinity.
Hopefully it won't crash.
Well, if it does, it does. You know, whatever. But yeah, your other stuff was really cool. I enjoyed spending that time with you flying that half A stuff. So, where did you acquire the Fire Baby? Is this one you've had, or did you
No,
get
I
it?
got it I found it off eBay.
Okay, all right. Have you run the motor yet, or done any tests or
No,
anything?
I took the motor off of it because it was an old K&B, the tank underneath.
Right.
Was that K&B? K&B?
I think it was, yeah.
So are you?
K&B.
Was it OK Cub or was it a K&B?
Yeah, I think it was a K&B. It's not an OK Cub.
Okay.
And it had a tank underneath, a really silly looking setup. But anyway, I took that off and I put my Cox 049 on it.
Oh, okay,
So
perfect.
that'll run. That's
So
what I had.
yeah, it's going to be easy to do.
That's what I
Not
had.
hard.
That's what I had in my original one anyway, that my dad bought me back in 1960 or so.
That one with the tank on the bottom, that could have been an Atwood.
Yeah.
Could have been an Atwood. And didn't some of them have a little ball with a pipette in them? A rubber tank. They had like a little ball and like a balloon tank.
Yeah,
basically.
it was a balloon tank that went inside the canopy. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bladder tank, basically.
You look like you were asleep. You okay in here?
Yeah.
Mike, what day or evening do you guys usually do that?
Whenever we feel like it.
Okay.
Well, we kind of look at the weather and pick a good evening and try to do it right when everybody's done practicing stunt on the L pad and just before it gets dark, I think, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. When I did the WenMac F51, we went over to one of the speed cages that was empty. There was nobody on the speed cage. We went over there and did it there because the L pad was full of guys practicing. So that's also another option is the speed cages or the racing circles because they're paved. And a lot of times there's nobody there in the late afternoon, early evenings.
Hey guys, I'm going to end the show here. So give me a second. We usually do an after party let it run a little long tonight. It usually runs 7 to 9. And if you're a member and a supporter of Stunt Hangar, you can get that link and be in here. Jonathan Carrata said, long time no see. Hi, John.
Hi, John.
From New Zealand. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Fair winds, tight lines. See you. All right, we're done.
Okay, now we can